Hey everyone, welcome to this jaw-dropping video where we're diving into the untold story of Vanna White, the iconic Wheel of Fortune star and the scandal that shocked the world. You know her as the glamorous letter turner who's been lighting up our TV screens for over 40 years, but there's so much more to her story that you've never heard before. From rare photos to surprising secrets, we're uncovering it all today. Stick around until the end, because you won't believe the stunning revelations we've got in store. Let's jump right in. First off, let's talk about who Vanna White is. Born on February 18, 1957 in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Vanna White, originally Vanna Marie Rosick, grew up in a small town with big dreams. She was a cheerleader, a model, and even competed in the 1978 Miss Georgia USA pageant, before heading to Los Angeles to chase fame. But did you know her early days in Hollywood were anything but glamorous? Vanna arrived in LA with just $1,000 in her pocket, waiting tables and struggling to make ends meet. It's hard to imagine the poised and polished Vanna we know today. Scraping by, right? But that's just the beginning. Keep watching because the real shocks are coming. Now, here's where things get juicy. In 1987, Vanna White's wholesome image took a major hit when she appeared on the cover of Playboy magazine. But wait, here's the hook. She never actually posed for Playboy. That's right, those photos were taken years earlier when Vanna was a broke, aspiring model in Hollywood. She did a lingerie photo shoot to pay her rent, a decision she later called a huge mistake. When Wheel of Fortune made her a household name, Playboy's Hugh Hefner bought those old photos and published them without her permission. Can you imagine the embarrassment? Vanna begged Hefner not to run them, fearing she'd lose her job, but he did it anyway. This scandal rocked her girl-next-door reputation, and the media went wild. Want to know how she bounced back? Don't go anywhere. Despite the Playboy scandal, Vanna's charm and professionalism kept her on Wheel of Fortune. She's been turning letters since 1982, and her bond with former host Pat Sajak became legendary. They were like brother and sister, only arguing once over whether ketchup belongs on hot dogs. Vanna says yes, by the way. But here's another hook. Did you know Vanna only works 34 days a year? That's right. She films 6 shows a day, rocking a different dress for each, and gets 331 days off. Sounds like a dream job, doesn't it? But it's not all glitz and glamour. There's a wild side to Vanna's past that'll leave you speechless. Keep watching to see rare photos from her early days. Let's dive into Vanna's personal life, which is full of surprises. In the 1980s, she was engaged to John Gibson, a soap opera actor and Chippendales dancer. Tragically, he died in a plane crash in 1986, leaving Vanna heartbroken. She poured herself into her work to cope, and Wheel of Fortune became her lifeline. Later, she married restaurant owner George Santo Pietro in 1990, and they had 2 kids, Nico and Gigi. But that marriage ended in divorce in 2002. Here's a shocker. Vanna's been with her current boyfriend, John Donaldson, since 2012. But they've never married, even after over a decade together. She says they feel married already. How sweet is that? But there's more to her story, and the rare photos we're about to show will blow your mind. Now, let's address a wild rumor that's been swirling around. In 1995, a book called You'll Never Make Love in This Town Again claimed Vanna had a secret romance with a woman named Liza Greer at Playboy Mansion parties in the 1980s. According to Greer, Vanna was known for being open to same-sex relationships during that wild Hollywood era, and even her fiancé John Gibson was aware. This claim raised eyebrows because it clashed with Vanna's wholesome image. But here's the thing. There's no solid proof, and Vanna's never confirmed it. Could it be true, or just tabloid gossip? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more shocking twists. Speaking of twists, let's talk about Vanna's quirky side. Did you know she's obsessed with crocheting? She even has her own yarn line called Vanna's Choice. As a kid, she loved lizards so much she'd tie them to her clothes with string to watch them change color. And get this, she once fed an alligator named Mr. Bill raw meat from a barbecue fork. Vanna's childhood in South Carolina was full of these fun, quirky moments, but her family life had its own drama. Her mom, Joan, was born to an unmarried mother in 1936, which was a big scandal back then. Joan was adopted in a hush-hush deal by distant relatives who raised her as their own. These untold family stories shaped Vanna into the resilient star we know today. Want to see what she looked like back then? Keep watching for those rare photos. Here's another hook to keep you glued. Vanna made some bold moves outside of Wheel of Fortune. She starred in a 1988 TV movie called Goddess of Love *, playing Venus herself, though it didn't exactly win Oscars. She's also popped up in shows like The King of Queens and Full House, and even had a cameo in Naked Gun 33 1/3. But her real passion? Real estate. Vanna's flipped properties and built a fortune estimated at $70 million by 2025. From a struggling model to a savvy businesswoman, her journey is inspiring. But there's one more scandal we need to unpack. Don't click away yet. Let's revisit that Playboy scandal because it's not the only time Vanna's image was tested. In 2012, Pat Sajak admitted that he and Vanna used to sneak margaritas between tapings in the early days, sometimes filming while a bit tipsy. Can you picture Vanna giggling through a show, margarita in hand? It's a far cry from her polished persona today. And then there's the 1989 film Gypsy Angels, where Vanna played a stripper with some risk scenes. The movie went straight to video, and Vanna rarely talks about it, probably because it's a bit embarrassing compared to her family-friendly image. These moments show a different side of Vanna, but they only make her more relatable, don't they? Stick around, because we're about to reveal those rare photos you've been waiting for. As we wrap up, let's reflect on Vanna White's incredible journey. From a small-town girl to a TV icon, she's faced scandals like the Playboy cover and wild rumors, but she's never lost her grace or charm. Today, she's thriving with new host Ryan Seacrest on Wheel of Fortune, still dazzling us with her dresses and that famous smile. Her story proves that resilience and authenticity can outshine any scandal. So, what's the shocking truth about Vanna White? She's a survivor, a star, and a true legend. Thanks for watching until the end. If you loved these untold stories and rare photos, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Let us know in the comments which part shocked you the most, and we'll see you in the next one.